Next, let us study about nutrition in human beings. So here is a diagrammatic representation of the digestive system. Various organs are involved in the process of digestion. So first is esophagus, that is also known as food pipe. It is basically a pathway that carries the food from pharynx to the stomach. Esophagus is highly muscular in nature and it undergoes peristaltic movement, that is contraction and expansion of the tube. With this contraction and expansion, that is peristaltic movement, the food is pushed to a C-shaped structure that is known as stomach, which is present on the left side of the abdomen. In stomach, the food stays for a variation where it mixes with different gastric juices which helps in the digestion of the food, and food basically gets churned in the stomach. The next is the small intestine, which is the longest part of the digestive system and it is approximately 6 meters long. It is surrounded by large intestine which helps in the absorption of water from the waste material, and further the waste material is ejected out from the body through anus. Now let us study in detail the first part, that is known as mouth. So the first portion of alimentary canal, that is mouth, consists of a muscular tongue and teeth. Cavity inside the mouth is known as oral cavity and it is also known as buccal cavity, and here is the diagrammatic representation of the buccal cavity. So it is the first portion where we ingest the food inside our body, that is we take the food inside our body and after that the food goes into the further stages of digestion into different parts of our body. Next is the process of digestion, how it takes place in the human body. As I told that the food is ingested by the mouth and further it enters the esophagus, that is food pipe. The esophagus undergoes peristaltic movements, that means it pushes the chewed food, that is known as bolus, from the mouth to the stomach. In stomach, the food stays for certain time where it mixes with different gastric juices, and here the proteins are also broken down into peptides. These gastric juices also include hydrochloric acid, which actually helps to create the acidic medium and it kills the foreign materials that goes inside our body with the food. Now, when the food is churned here in the stomach, it further enters into the small intestine. The small intestine receives secretions from pancreas and liver via a common duct. These secretions help in the digestion of the food, and after complete digestion of the food in small intestine, the food is absorbed by the small intestine, which further enters into the blood, and via blood the nutrients are transported to all parts of the body. In the inner side of the small intestine, there are certain finger-like structures present that are known as villi. These villi actually increases the absorptive surface area of the small intestine so that maximum absorption of the digested food can take place. Now, the undigested food moves to the further steps, and from this undigested food, water is absorbed in the large intestine, which is arranged around small intestine. This large intestine absorbs water from the undigested part and further pushes the undigested food, making it solid, to the next part, that is known as rectum, and the undigested part is removed from the body in the form of feces. So this is how the process of digestion takes place in humans.